They're all saying, these people are all now saying, oh, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. The EU is now going to fall apart because now you have the Brexit, okay? And now France is talking about it, and Italy and Greece and Sweden and others are all talking about it, okay? And they all have their own names for these things, right? But they're saying, well, once this happens, we're going to have the EU just fall apart. And this is the next thing. And some of them are trying to bring about the destruction of the EU. Others are just predicting the destruction of the EU. And what we have to do, and again, we haven't been involved in why these things are happening, because to a large degree that's immaterial. The fact is that they are going to happen, and if the Bible says why it's going to happen, then that's what we talk about. But the bottom line is that the Bible says that there's going to be this EU superstate, this coalescing of 10 nations or groups of nations. Now the thing is that for the longest time, the EU has been in the upper 20s in terms of members. It was 28, now it's 27 now that the UK is gone. But we are at 27, and somehow there needs to be this kind of revelation of, or this revealing of 10 core nations. So this EU, this beast power that's coming, is going to be a political, military, economic, religious power. All right? It's not going to end up in shambles. And if it does, in terms of fall apart, or if it does disassemble, or if it is not in the same exact form, it is going to eventually, and it seems like very soon, very quickly, come into this 10 groups of nations that has been prophesied, and we see these prophecies in Daniel 2, 7, 8, Revelation 13, 17, and whatnot. And what we're going to see is that they're going to, and I think they're going to stay together, it's just going to pare down to this lean, mean machine, right, of 10 nations. Now they're not going to, maybe France leaves. I don't know for sure how they're going to do this. But if France leaves or Greece leaves, you're going, well, that's less of a burden for us. Germany is the real power in all of this. Germany is the leader. They've been the de facto leader, and it's not going to be Merkel. She is not the type of leader that the country is going to have in the end. It's going to be a charismatic leader. And they're going to take this EU state, this United States of Europe, this 10-member nation, and they're going to become this power in the world that does not exist now. And right now, to a large degree, there's a kind of a vacuum in the world, because as America declines for reasons that we've talked about many times, there's going to be, and there's already players trying to step into that vacuum, but it's going to end up being this beast power, and everybody's going to want to do business with them. And that in no way shows some type of group or superstate that is going to be crumbling before our very eyes, like many are predicting. And the other thing is, how well did the predictions of men go anyway? Didn't do very well for this Brexit, for the most intelligent, did it? So when God's in charge, these things are going to happen in spite of what everybody else is doing, in spite of the will of men. These things are going to happen because God is in charge. So let's keep our eyes open in terms of what happens next and how things are going to happen. That's what we don't know. We know not how it's going to happen, but we do know that it is going to happen. So it's only a matter of time. So let's keep our eyes wide open and are looking straight ahead.